What's up, everybody? We are here at the house again, and today we have a special project. See this door here, which is just open, and you can see where there used to be a door here. You can see where the hinges were, and I think there's one down there, and there's one over here, I'm sure. Yeah, I can see it right in there. So we've got where this door is, and we're going to, so we were out and about today and we went by the thrift store, and we found these. Now, there was 3 sections of them. There's two doors, and there's Stacey.
Hi.
And Stacey has a bag of, I got to do a plug for these people. Winton Hardware is on Winton Road, and they have these dry roasted peanuts, which, as you can see, and they're very good.
I've been eating some. I'm putting some out for the squirrels.
Fun. So, in our painting, I gotta paint all this, because this is, we're gonna paint this whole house eventually. But anyway, we got these doors, and what we're gonna do is try to fit them into that big open where there used to be doors that are not anymore. So we're going to be working on that today, and I have never hung doors before, so this should be interesting. So a little update on the library. We got this nice little relaxing chair here, and we've got this shelf with some books on it, and we're of course planning on getting more books, more shelves, and we got our catio just outside the window there, and our bookshelf. Can't wait till we get to where we can paint the walls. Still got to do the trim and the windows and stuff. You can see where I painted right up in here, and as opposed to over here, which is more yellow out. So I've got one section of door in here. And I went to the hardware store where we got the peanuts from, and got 18 nail screws to screw them into the wall. And so let's see if I can do this without completely jacking up the door. Okay, so I've got the door set up, you can see, and technology never gets completely outdated. So like when you can't use your VHS-C tapes anymore for VHS-C'ing, you can use them to space a door you're hanging. This is not an absolute fit, because obviously this door did not come out of this door jamb. So we're going to have to kind of wing this, really. So we got this, we pull this up. So we got this, we pull this up, and get that pretty much in there. And then I can drill pilot holes and get it started. And once that's up there, the rest can be worked into place. So I guess I've got to get my drill. Okay, so I got my relatively El Cheapo drill bit set here, and we're going to try and see which one of these drill bits looks like it might do the job. Does that one look about right? We're going to have to send one guy in as a pawn to see if this one works or not. And we got Walter here. He's going to be helping me, and Walter's pretty wiped out right now.
It's time for my nap.
So if you can kind of push the door up. This is going to be comical, y'all.
I'm already laughing.
It can be comical or tragic, one of the two. Alright, so we have them on the tape. Let's hit them as straight as possible. Here goes nothing, y'all. That one's in there. Now I know why. Doing this, now I know why screws in these things always look so janky. All right, let's try this again. When I was in auto shop in high school, my teacher, Mr. Shamley, said never tighten any screws until you get them all started.
Yeah.
That's been pretty sound advice. All right, so let's do this. There's a whole lot of hoping for the best going on here.
Dude.
And then the bottom one. Let's see if this is gonna work.
This is where the center used to be.
Right, for the door that was there. I don't see.
The two doors going to be wide enough to actually. There's going to be a gap between the two doors.
I don't like questions like that. Now I've actually thought about that. There's three, and
The three sections on the other one.
yeah, there's three of these.
Oh,
So there's this one. We're gonna anchor another one here, and or we're gonna see something.
because it should be two that come together on that.
Right. That's how because the original one would have been two doors. This is probably a closet door out of a house or an apartment or something. So it's an accordion door that's going to go
So the
across.
second piece is three pieces.
No, there's three of these. So there's three pieces that are two each.
Yeah, but the third one, the middle one, will be useless.
No, that's why I'm going to have to do the same thing I'm doing here, but
Oh, on
I'm
here.
going to have to hinge it together. But, and this is, again, this is just a temporary measure until we get some really nice looking doors. So I'm not going to put any more screws in these hinges yet. I want to see how this is going to come together before I go doing that. Okay, so I brought in the other doors and I set this one up here to see how it looks. And it looks like it's not going to be an exact match because this is going to be... Okay, so when I got these doors, I knew that they might not fit this space exactly right, completely. And obviously there's some cosmetic issues. I spent a grand total of $30 on these doors. But we're gonna put them up, but like we mentioned earlier, it's gonna have to be left open a little bit for the cats to run through. We wanted some doors because Stacey's office is in here, and this is the library. So we don't need Stacey to be disturbed while she's working. We don't, want somebody who's in the library reading or doing whatever to be disturbed by that. So we want some kind of door up. So we're gonna do this. I'm probably gonna put it up, and we're just gonna pull it as far as it can go, and it'll just be zigzagged because, again, as aforementioned, we want the cats to be able to go through freely, and it to be pulled up and closed if Stacey has a meeting or something. So this is not really a problem as much as it looks like it is. It just won't be. It'll be artfully. It'll be jauntily cocked. It'll be artfully jangled. I don't know, running out of words. But anyway, see, that's what we want.
And you'll want that little space there to be able to turn a pizza sideways and pass it through.
Right, exactly. You never know when you might need to slide a pizza through sideways. Okay, so we're going to see how we piece this together. So just give us a moment while we ponder.
Oh, I see. So you're not having two separate doors. You're having one large door
Yeah, we might
and then a
have to-
space between them
yeah,
for the
I'm wondering-
cats.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's the best way to do it. So the floor is not. completely even. Okay, update. I've done some work, some checking, testing and stuff, and conferred with Stacey about what she wanted, where the gap should be, and she'd rather have the gap all the way over there as opposed to in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and finish putting these screws in here, and to make sure that we have enough support for the weight that's going to be on it. I don't know, maybe we can put some rollers under the door or something. Again, the door is not made for this space, so it's not going to fit perfectly, but it'll be like a what do you call it, a room divider?
Yeah.
It'll be something like that until we can.
Crescent rolls into the door.
Right. So we're going to, one day we hope to get some actual French doors. That would be nice and like,
Yeah.
but this will do the trick for the time being. So we're gonna do this. I don't think you really want to watch me drill these holes and all this stuff. So I'll
That'd be
spare you
boring.
that. That would be boring. Get it? Okay, so I've taken the second section and I've drilled it to this. These all three were different doors to different closets, I believe. But like Stacey said, who is holding the camera right now, it's not bad for doors you just randomly pick up somewhere. So we got this, and you can do this. And you can pull them too. And we have one more section here that we have to put in. Okay, so I've come to a place where I'm going to have to break off this project for the moment, because you can see here as it goes down it gets wider and wider because these hinges are bent. So, and here you see how close it is down here, like it's supposed to be, and the farther it goes up, the hinges are bent. So that means I'm going to have to get some more hinges. The heavy duty hinges are fine. It's those little hinges that held the sections together that are just bent and out of whack. So we're gonna break off from this and take a break until I can get some more hinges, and then we'll finish this up. But it's definitely not without its potential. So we'll see how this goes. Anyway, we will see you next time, and we will see what we can do about these doors. All right, so this is the second day, day 2. We just gave up yesterday. So what we did is we went and got some more hinges, and they're not quite as decorative as the old hinges, but that's okay, because the other hinges, the old hinges, were kind of flimsy, kind of delicate, and for the weight that's going to be on this, since these doors were not really intended to all attach together like this, we're going to use a little bit heavier duty hinges, and we'll hope for the best. So I got to get my drill, and I got to get my screwdriver and stuff. So we'll get started. I'm not taking down the door. I'm just going to pull out these screws and take these hinges off, but do it one at a time. So I won't even have to take down the door or anything. I can just take the hinges down and replace them one at a time. I think that'll make it much easier. So there's one. You can see how it's all bent up and stuff. It should not look like that. Hey, what do you know? That might actually be pretty close. That might be pretty close. And I put the hinge on backwards. Okay, so it's not perfect, but Might be a little better than it was before. These are smaller hinges, slightly recessed. These are a little bit bigger hinges. I needed a little more stout hinges in there anyway, but it's a little more uniform than it was before. We're gonna do the same thing with these that we did with the other ones, and hopefully it won't take quite as long now that I have an idea of what I'm doing, but we'll see. All right, there's let's see how this does. Probably need to put some more screws in there, but got a little scrubbing going on the floor down here, so that's an issue. But it's looking better. All right, so for better or worse, we have this accordion door here, and we know it's going to go too far. It's not going to be flush. I think I mentioned that yesterday. But these had rollers on them, so there's a roller on the bottom, and it's still a little close to the floor there. But and I also want to say, viewers, that it was either this or a room divider. This looks better than a room divider, even if it's not as highfalutin as we like. And again, these doors didn't necessarily all go together. And it's a little too wide, as you can see. If we left this one off, this would be too short and it'd be a gap. But if you just leave it with the accordion look, you'll be fine. You just leave that back like that, because the cats are going to go through. But I think, for a guy who has never, ever hung a door before, that it could be worse. And I think it will serve our purposes. It's fairly decorative. It drags a little bit over here. These floors are not even. There's a beam here. There's not a beam here, and these are 100-year-old floors. So I might we'll just see how that works out. It's not too bad, it's just right there. But I mean, it's not terrible. I think it could I think this will hold us until we can get some, $2,600 doors is what they cost. So this was $30. So I'll go with the $30 and deal with the
Percy agrees.
Percy